Hello ladies and gentlemen, the Gamer for the Grave here, and welcome back to XCOM2. Now, we just finished off like basic tutorial bit at the start, so we haven't actually really got anything, but not that that really matters. So yeah, we're here, and we've also got the hybrid materials tech being researched, which will take 3 days. So in the meantime, we might as well head over here and gather some supplies.
Avengers plotting new course.
Now, I'd like to say that this weekend I'm going to be streaming again, and it might, I say that, you know, might, because I'm not going to guarantee anything, but it might be this. So like the next episode or so will be like a stream, because it'll be longer, because I mean, I'm not saying that I don't want to do this as a video, but I mean, this game obviously being a strategy game, it takes time to do everything, you know. A simple battle could take like an hour or so if, you know, you're struggling or whatever, there's loads of enemies and stuff, so you could get stuck on one bit for ages and never proceed. Which is why I get the feeling that a lot of people probably wouldn't enjoy watching this if they're, you know, not interested in strategy games, because you've got to have a bit of patience when you're playing strategy games, especially turn-based ones. Real-time ones aren't too bad because everything happens at once, but you know, it's one of those things I just suppose that I understand, but I like strategy games personally, but I know that there are those people who don't because they're not patient or they just find them uninteresting, but yeah. So that's probably what I'll do, but who knows what'll happen between now and like Saturday. So, you know, there's no guarantee that it definitely will be this, but I'm planning on doing this as a stream. So yeah, anyway, we're just doing a guerrilla ops mission, and the reward is a person, so that's useful. We've got to destroy an alien relay. It isn't too difficult, especially when we get our sharpshooter into position. You know, the sharpshooter is one of my favourite ones, because you can use them to basically, I don't want to say cheat necessarily, but make it a lot easier, because if there's like, say, 8 enemies surrounding the target you need to destroy, then if you can get the sharpshooters into the right position, you can destroy it from long range.
So we're moving in to destroy the relay before they
We've got to neutralize all enemy targets anyway, but I mean, because sometimes it'll say something like you've only got 8 turns to do it before it sends out a message or whatever, and you fail. So it's a lot easier to do it from range where the enemies can't attack you, or will take a turn or two to get to you first, rather than, you know, rushing in head first and, you know, getting killed. Because I don't mind them losing health, they just take a couple of days to recover, but I don't like any of my characters dying, because then all the effort you put into ranking them up and stuff, like if you get one up to like lieutenant or captain or whatever, and then they die, you know, all that time's wasted, then you've got to get like a new rookie or something to start over again, pretty much. So, you know, if they die, then I'll load like an older save on that mission, and, you know, hope they don't die again, because I've had that to happen once or twice, where like, especially since on one of my other save, I'm getting a little further into the game, so obviously the enemies are more tough and stuff like that, and there's more of them.
communications relay is up ahead. Move in and destroy the target.
Roger that. I'm also not used to having so little equipment, because my characters on my other save have loads of stuff. You know, like advanced weaponry and upgrades and everything.
We're visible here.
Although they bear some resemblance to the sectoids first encountered during the invasion, their genetic structure now includes human DNA. They are stronger than ever, with an even greater psionic potential.
Well, actually, if I use this,
Frag out!
that'll do, I think. It should destroy those barrel walls that should make it explode. There we go. He's dead.
Okay.
Time to get your first kill, rookie. Or not, because you probably got terrible aim. Oh no, you did a good job.
No longer a threat.
Congrats. You are no longer a rookie.
Moving to Overwatch.
I do like the fire and stuff in this game as well. There's just so much stuff about this game I like, and it brings back a lot of memories of playing other strategy games when I was younger. Like whenever I play a strategy game, it always reminds me of my favourite strategy game. I actually asked in the last video in the description to tell me what my favourite strategy game was. And in case you're wondering, my favourite strategy game, well, franchise, is Command and Conquer. I can't pick a specific one, because I like all of them for one reason or another, so I can't really pick a favourite.
Already there.
However, like I just said, the franchise is definitely my favourite strategy game, and probably one of, if not my favourite game of all time. Because it was one of the first games I ever played, I think, when I was like, I first played it when I was like 5 or 6, or whatever. And I've been playing it like ever since, so I've been playing it for over a decade, and it's still fun. So I must tell you something about it. If someone can play it for over 10 years and still enjoy it, it can't be that bad, can it? Of course, the more modern ones, like Command & Conquer Rivals, I think it was called, or whatever it was, the app one for your phone or whatever, can't even remember what its name is, because I hate it that much. That one sucked so bad. Everyone who loved Command & Conquer hated it. People who'd never played Command & Conquer were like, oh, this is a cool like app on your phone to play. And everyone who did play Command & Conquer and knew what it was and everything was like, this is disgusting. This is humiliating. How dare you do this to one of the best games of all time? It was just insulting. So that definitely got a bad rap. And then of course, there's also like you know, like an internet one that you could play like on Google or whatever. That one was terrible as well. Everyone hated that. And then probably the most recent okay one before then was Tiberian Twilight, which I don't want to say was bad because I did play it. I do have it, and it's fine. It's just like, it's not a bad game for what it is. However, it's not Command & Conquer, because the whole thing that makes Command & Conquer is you build a base, then you build units, then you have to, you know, defend your base while taking out the enemy's base and completing certain objectives. And that Tiberian Twilight wasn't that. You had a mobile construction vehicle, so an MCV, which is what you used in Command & Conquer. However, instead of using it to build up a base, you just built units within it and moved it around the place and deployed it, which isn't what Command & Conquer was. So, of course, as you can imagine, we all hated that. Like I said, the game itself, like as an independent game, wasn't bad. It had an okay story, it had 2 different campaigns. You could choose to side with either Nord or GDI, and, you know, so it was, as a game itself, was good. As a Command & Conquer game, it was bad, and it ruined, it tarnished the Command & Conquer name. So, you know, again, it was one of those people who'd never played Command & Conquer before liked it, I guess, for what it was, but those who had played Command & Conquer before and, you know, loved the franchise were disgusted with what their favourite game had been turned into. So, you know, that's my favourite franchise, and I mean, take that however you will. Like, all I want to say is that the old ones were good.
Throwing grenade.
You know, like the originals like Tiberian Sun and Red Alert, then of course Red Alert 2,
Multiple targets down.
Generals, Command and Conquer Renegade was alright as well. It was a good game, but it wasn't quite Command and Conquer. But since it kept all of the Command and Conquer things, the least it could be is a first-person shooter version for those who prefer first-person shooters.
Objective here.
So there was nothing wrong with it, and I did actually play it and like it. It just isn't necessarily a Command and Conquer game, but it's not that much of a problem. Whereas, let's see, yeah, there's Red Alert 2, of course, which is probably one of my favourites out of it. That and Generals. Generals are probably one of my favourites, mainly because it has some really cool units and everything. 'Cause it's not sort of like, well, it is like, you know, factions. There's 3 different factions. There's 3 different campaigns. So obviously that's a lot of extra missions and content and everything. But also each of those factions had a general, a specific commander you could play as, and they all had different specialities, whether it be stealth, like laser weaponry, air force, nuclear weaponry, or whatever it is, you know. So I like that because it had so many different characters you could play. You weren't just restricted to, oh, you played this faction and these are their units. Every faction had 3 generals, and then there was a I don't want to say DLC necessarily. It was a mod made by well, fans obviously, but it was a lot like a developer's mod because of how good it was. It added 1 new general to each faction, 3 like mini campaigns for every faction, so you could still have like a sort of campaign, and it changed up the generals challenges, which were basically, you know, you pick a general and you have to go through several different challenges against another general to prove your skill, basically. So yeah, every single Command and Conquer game has always had something that I loved, so to have it ruined was obviously terrible. But yeah, I'm sorry for rambling on so much, but you know, when I start talking about something like Command and Conquer that I love so much, I can just talk for hours. Like, I actually did a presentation of it in my school a couple of years ago, and yeah, I only had like 5 minutes to talk, so obviously I couldn't fit much in, which kind of annoyed me. But I could have gone on for hours. But you know, the thing is, because it was the first one was developed in 1997, so of course it looked terrible. Everything was like very pixelated, and you know, everything was sort of restrictive, of course, because technology was sort of, you know, brand new. You know, video games were just being introduced, sort of thing. So of course, it wasn't going to be perfect by any means. But despite that, it's still really good. I do enjoy playing that, as well as like Tiberian Sun, because I actually have what's called the First Decade, which is basically like a special edition version, which has every single Command and Conquer game made in the first decade, as the name would suggest. So from 1997 to 2007, which are of course when the best games were made. After that there was Command and Conquer 3 Tiberian Wars, which I actually have on Xbox 360, because it was the first one ever released for console. And then I also have the second one, which is basically the follow-on, which is a technically separate game called Kane's Wrath. I also have that. Then there is, let's see what else. Oh yeah, Red Alert 3, and it's like follow-on game, which was actually for computer only, weirdly. But yeah, so there was that, and that was also good. But and it introduced a new faction to the Red Alert franchise, which I didn't hate, because the faction they introduced was pretty cool. However, you know, they sort of strayed, I guess, from the whole Red Alert thing, but whatever. Because the thing with Red Alert is it's sort of based, like, I don't want to say during the Cold War, but it's basically the Soviet Union versus well, the Allies, but the main one being the United States, but it's just the Allies. So, you know, you've got Russia and all their puppet states versus basically NATO, which obviously was interesting. And I did enjoy it, and like I said, Red Alert 3 wasn't bad. I do enjoy playing it, but it introduced a new faction, and everything was really highly advanced. Like, it was more modern, if not futuristic, which I'm not saying is like really bad, because it was good for what it is. But it sort of, instead of it being in like the past, they said, oh, we'll put it in the future, because why not? Even though the whole story is that the Soviet Union was losing, so they used a time machine to go back, kill the person in charge of basically making the Allies' weapon superiority, and then going back to the present again, which would technically still be in the past. But then magically the entire world has got even better technology somehow, even though it's still in the same time. If anything, they should be lacking even more, because one of the brightest minds of the time was dead.
Position
But
confirmed.
whatever, you know, I've been rambling on about Command & Conquer forever, so I'll just shut up now, since I'm sure some of you are probably bored of listening to it. But yeah, if you are interested, just let me know, and I'll, I don't know, make a video on it or something, I
Get
guess.
it together.
But yeah,
Negative ammo.
it's,
I'm
I understand that not everyone is interested in this as I am, but
Let's do
you
this.
know, since I started playing this strategy on which I noticed I had to, you know, ask what your favourite one was and let you know which one mine was. And you know, mine is one that hasn't been heard of, I suppose you could say. A lot of people of, like, you know, this modern generation haven't heard of it because, of course, like I said, you know, the only modern ones are terrible ones that no one likes or plays. So it isn't, you know, well known or anything.
That is not good.
So whatever. But anyway, back to what we're doing. One less business. No, that's not. Definitely gonna hit him, right? No way you could miss that. What the hell? Literally right there. How could you miss that shot? How incompetent are you?
No, 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 please, no.
How the hell did he miss?
Whoa.
Yeah, the whole percentage thing on this game I think is a little off. Like, unless you've got like a shotgun and you're literally like in their face, like you're shoving it down their throat, you have a chance of missing. Like, even the snipers have a chance of missing, even though they're sharpshooters, they're trained to be extremely accurate in everything. Even at a moderate distance, they can still somehow mess it up and miss. Because, why not, I guess.
Roger that. Good to go.
Come on, you can hit it, come on. There you go. Much better. I love the sharpshooters, like I said. The only thing I hate is the low magazine size. I guess the rounds must be huge or something.
Oh yeah. Moving out.
Oh, come on, seriously? Just let me shoot you.
People down here.
You have to be kidding me. Okay, well this is getting boring. Just redoing this constantly. Okay. Let's try not to mess this up this time.
Ready to go.
set. You gotta be kidding me. Like, seriously, at that
Adjusting
range
sights.
with a minigun, how useless do you have to be to miss that?
Let's do this. Moving to Overwatch.
Come on.
Nailed him.
Just need to kill that sectoid. I don't even have to kill that zombie, because if I kill the guy who raised him from the dead, then he'll just die again.
I can't move. Down one.
Wait.
Okay, well. Take that guy out.
Target disabled.
Okay, now.
Ready to go.
Run away.
On it.
Come on, try and get me up here. Don't know how you can miss at that range.
Enemy is still up. Heading there now.
You gotta be kidding me. Okay. We got this far at least, so let's give it another go.
On Overwatch.
That's affirmative.
Moving out.
Back in.
Okay. Please.
Heading there now.
Miss. Oh my god. Missed by like a mile. Only 43 at that distance. What? How? I do not understand.
Shot failed to connect. My ammo's running low. Heading out.
Oh.
I can't move.
No. Right, please. I'm not asking for much. I just beg
Heading to that
you.
location.
Hit miss. Over the counter. Right, okay, I go into Overwatch mode.
Understood. Moving out. Scanning.
It's killing time. On my way.
Okay, now, please, just
Good to
let
go.
me not
Let's
die. Okay, I'll be back when I've not died. Okay, well after spending like an hour doing this same bit, finally managed to get to the next turn without dying. So, let's go. All you need to do is just kill that guy.
Running dry.
That is it. all it's gonna take. I'm not asking for much.
Adjusting sights. Draining ammo fast.
No, I don't want you to... Ugh.
Roger that. Back online.
Yeah, sure, kill a zombie guy, why not? Whatever. Just please don't kill anyone. I beg you. Do whatever you want, I don't care, as long as it doesn't kill one of my men. I couldn't care, that's what it is.
Cover my flag!
I beg your pardon? Oh yeah, bringing a guy back to life, sure, whatever. Quick, less. Right now, come on, please. Yes, 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 come on. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank you.
Target neutralized.
You are my favorite. Ugh. Finally. That took so long. That was so much more difficult than it needed it to be. Ugh. Excellent. Minus the fact that I had to, like, restart the same section like 10 times. Look, you guys didn't even have to see half of that. Move furthest. Minho Hannah, he's still alive. Whatever. About the end of the episode, I mean, like, that's like 2 episodes just in that one area there, pretty much. Just considering how long that would have taken if this had been like a stream. We would have been there for like an hour at least. Just doing that one turn, just to get it so that my characters don't die. And all it took was running away like a coward. Everybody gets promoted. Shredder. Yeah. Return fire. Okay. Yeah, got a bunch of stuff, that's cool. Yeah, Oh, here we go.
Hello, Commander. The council you once knew is no more. Its membership have all sworn loyalty to the Advent administration. With one exception. It is good to see you again. In the days since your capture, I have done all I can to aid the resistance from the inside. It was these resistance operatives that provided the intel leading to your recent extraction. As of now, resistance forces are currently somewhat disorganized. If we are to defeat Advent and their alien masters, you must change this before it is too late. What you are seeing are classified reports of missing civilians from across the world. Their numbers are growing. We suspect they have been taken to a nearby Advent black site, though its exact location remains unknown.
Even though you got a foul.
Time is short, Commander. We need you to take charge of resistance operations throughout the world. Establish contact with the local cells and bring them into the fold. Find this black site and shut it down. Save our world. The clock is ticking. Good luck, Commander.
I love that dude.
New objective added.
He also reminds me of Agent 47 from Hitman. Just saying.
Hello.
I'm keeping tabs
Commander.
on all our operations, Commander. Our people are standing by for your orders.
And now we get an engineer. Yay.
Tactics school construction initiated.
Cool. Now up to the bridge.
Local resistance forces in the area can get you into the site, but you will need to make contact with their network first. This is
Yeah, so now we
only
got
the
this, yep.
beginning, Commander.
Uh-huh.
Your leadership will be a beacon to our people across the globe.
Great. And now I'm going to end the video here because it took so long to do that one mission, it's killing me. But anyway, yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, remember to like, subscribe, turn your notifications on, all that jazz, you know, the usual stuff that I'm sure you've heard 1,000 times. But yeah, like I said, this weekend I'll be streaming, it'll probably be XCOM2, so that'll be interesting to see. And yeah, thank you so much for your support. Remember, let me know what your favourite strategy game is and stuff like that. And you know, if there are any other strategy games you suggest I play that are sort of like this. And I'll see you then. Thank you so much and goodbye.